Welcome to another episode of Hallmark. I'm Kristen.
I'm Aya.
And we took another break from Christmas this week.
Yes. Was it a good choice? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. No. It was not a good choice.
Not a good choice.
Kristen, what was the movie this week?
It's called Sweet Autumn. If you are watching in Australia, you can find it on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
Look.
Okay, so we chose it. Well, I think I chose it really because I said we should do something autumnal because we are in autumn.
It's true. And I said, what a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch an autumn-themed movie.
Yeah, and also if you're visually watching this, like
We're in our
so on
browns.
theme. We're in our browns for
in our
autumn.
browns.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it
Yep.
was not the best choice we've made. And that's okay because sometimes we're gonna thoroughly dislike the film we're
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah. And look, it's not the worst thing we've ever seen,
It's true.
but it's not good.
It's-
Didn't like it at all.
I don't think I've ever switched off earlier in a movie. But before we get into that,
Oh, yeah.
what is this movie about?
Oh, all right. So, Sweet Autumn in 2020, released in 20, something about 2020. So already like an omen on the year. So like you don't expect much.
That's true.
So basically it centers around Maggie, played by Nikki DeLoach, who's an investment broker. And then and then Dex, played by Andrew Walker, who's a maple farmer. And I wrote also a cool motorbike guy.
Whereas I'm like, has he ever driven a motorbike before?
Yeah. So basically, yeah, you got these two people who are obviously the love interests. Maggie's Aunt Dee passes away and splits the 50-50 her candy shop. She has a candy shop in a place in like Vermont or something between Maggie and Dex. They obviously don't know each other. It's like a bit very much Hallmark trope.
Yeah.
There's a bit of tension, and it's just about them forming a partnership in business and in life.
personally.
But it's centered around kind of Sweet Autumn Festival, which is like an autumn festival, and
As it
obviously
says in the title.
and Aunt Dee created it because she has this famous candy shop.
Yes.
That's
That's pretty much it.
that's it. Like, I don't even know. Oh, did I say he's a maple farmer? I did say he's a
Yes.
maple farmer.
You
yeah.
did. I also just noticed that our first notes are almost exactly the same.
Yeah. This movie was full of dictionary definitions.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
I just...
So set the scene for the opening. It's obviously back in the day.
We are many years in the past. I'd say like, was it 30?
I don't know, how old is she meant to be?
I don't know.
She was like, what, 9 maybe?
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know.
This is how much we concentrated in this film,
Yeah.
everybody. So we are, at the beginning of the film, we are with Aunt Dee, who is setting up the very, 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 very first Sweet Autumn Festival, with Maggie helping out. And it is literally in their front yard of their
Yeah.
house.
That was, why, that.
It's just a trial. We're just trialing it out. And why would we not just trial it out in our own front yard?
What made me laugh is like when I said the dictionary thing before, I thought we were referring to when she says it's a test run and the girl goes, "What's a test run?"
Yeah.
It's literally what it sounds like. You're testing it.
Yeah.
But yes, the front, I'd just seen your note. Yeah, the front yard. Yeah, that was crazy to me.
I was just like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the beginning of this film. So
Yeah.
strap in, everybody,
Yeah.
because I think it probably got to, it was just after Dex's maple lesson
Oh, yeah.
on how to collect sap that I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I think I will just have this on in the background and make some notes when I hear something interesting.
Yeah. I feel like I made a lot of notes that are like the filler notes, just being like, I've got to say something. I didn't really like that, so yeah.
No, but I think you're right. Maggie is she's meant to be an investment broker.
But she's so creative in her role. Is that what investment brokers do?
I know, team. If you are an investment broker, please let us know if you have to come up with the concept on expansion for each business and each company.
Yeah.
Because it seems unlikely. But you know what? Who knows? My third note and the first one about Dex was, has he ever ridden a motorcycle? Because that is the most awkward thing I have ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, firstly, you seem uncomfortable.
Yeah, the way he was fixing it as well. I was like,
Anyway. It doesn't, oh my goodness, I can't.
oh my gosh.
I think I hated this movie.
Yeah, no. I did too. I was checking the time every couple of minutes.
But Maggie is very like, yes, creative, and like she goes with the flow, and
she very much wants to expand and make things bigger. That's very important in this movie.
Whereas Dex is like the closed book.
Tradition.
Yeah.
Always tradition.
And like, I've only known your aunt for 2 years, but I'm entitled to everything.
Yeah, it was weird that some dude, after 2 years, I don't care if she was kind of like a second mother to you. You literally known her for 2 years.
You're not family.
You've known her for 2 years.
And her actual family.
And she already gave them also, why did she have a motorbike?
Yeah.
So he had a motorbike, and then they were given another motorbike in her will. So you already got something.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Let Maggie and her sister, like, take over the business. I don't know. Why did it...
That was very confusing to me. But also, and I guess we'll get back to this at the end, there was like an ulterior motive at play that Aunt Dee didn't let on until the very end. And I'm like, also, I hate that for you. Anyway, let's get back to it. I've digressed, and it doesn't make any sense to anyone who hasn't seen the movie.
It's fine.
We meet Maggie and her ex-boyfriend, Jonathan.
Oh, when they said that they were ex-boyfriends, so she works with her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Zero kind of chemistry.
Yeah.
Would have just thought you're a colleague. Would have never noticed a romantic history at all.
Not at all.
So frigid. Like, it was ridiculous.
It was very confusing. And he doesn't seem douchey in the beginning. He just seems like intense.
Because when he came in late, I was like, here we go. We've got the douche ex-boyfriend. And then that's what I thought he was. Yeah. And then he came in acting like a co-worker. And I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Abort. And then he did say, or she said, ex-boyfriend. I was confused.
Yes. And they are pitching to their next client the possible expansion, and she says, no thank you, I like being a small business. I'm going to stay being a small business. And he was like, why does anyone want to be a small business? Next minute she says she's going on a 2-day trip
back home
to Vermont,
to the small town,
big
city girl going back to the small town.
What a trope. And lo and behold, she inherits not a bakery but a candy store, which I think may have been my favorite part of the movie, because I love candy. But also the store was so cute.
It was very cute. To be honest, like, giving away one of the things that I liked. The whole movie was very cute and autumnal. Yes. It was very vibey.
I want to go to Vermont.
Yes. That's where you find a man in a flannel. Absolutely.
But then she decides to stay on for longer than 2 days, because obviously she has inherited this business and she wants to make it work
with old mate
Dex. But when they're on the phone, she's back on the phone to Jonathan very early on, like maybe, I don't know, a day into her trip, and he says, did I write it down? No, but he's like, I miss you.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's been gone for 24 hours.
And also, why are you saying you say, like, you absolutely are being forced?
You sound really happy.
Yeah.
I haven't heard you laugh in a while. And I'm like, it's been 24 hours.
Yeah. You could tell that these actors were like, it's just a check. I don't actually have to be good in this.
No. Ugh, so much. We don't necessarily have a meet cute. But we don't really have a full meet ugly.
Oh, it's meet ugly. I wrote meet hate because I couldn't remember what you called it. Yeah.
But
it wasn't good. It was a really awkward.
It was so. I'm going to call it a meet awkward.
Oh, stunning.
Because it was so strange.
Yeah.
She walks out on the phone with Jonathan, of the store that she sees. Her sister runs the antique store in town, so she walks out of the antique store to take this phone call. She has to be like, sorry, I can't hear you. Some guy is being really loud, fixing his bike on the side of the street. And he kind of Dex gives her the death stare, and she's like, I'll call you back. And then she tries to be nice. Like, would you like any help? Is there anything I can do?
Because she's a motorcycle gal.
Because
she knows.
Which just kind of comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, and
we haven't seen Aunt Dee ride a motorcycle yet. She's never talked about motorcycles.
No, so why do you, where did this come from?
Dex is like defensive back.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, no, I don't need your help. I'm fine. And she's like, oh, but I do know motorcycles. And he's like, cool. I don't know you.
Yeah. I think honestly, it was probably like a proper reaction.
Yes.
Like, if some random started talking to me, like, in a way, what's the opposite of mansplaining? She's-plaining. Being like, you need to fix that. I'd be like, okay, thank you.
But also after she's very loudly been like, there's a really loud guy.
Yeah.
So I don't really, it wasn't cute.
No, it was not. It was, ugh.
But it wasn't like, they weren't fighting immediately. So let's just go with a meet awkward.
But they also didn't know, who each other was yet, because then they meet at the will reading.
Yes, which is what everyone's come back with. It was very specific.
Yes.
That the will had to be read 6 months after Aunt Dee passed away.
So my question with that is like, how did her business keep functioning if she was dead?
As normal, I guess the boys ran.
Who paid the bills?
No one.
Oh, okay.
There are no bills.
Oh, there were no bills in.
There's no bills in Hallmark movies. No bills. So yes, they're waiting. They're like, somebody's late, but it's okay. We'll just start the video, even though everyone's been waiting for 6 months for this will to be read. It's fine. And Aunt Dee has video recorded herself where she knows exactly what everybody in the room is going to... That's how well she knows everybody.
Yeah.
She knows that such and such is going to talk at the TV. She knows that old mate's going to start crying. She knows... And she calls them out.
Yeah.
Because she's that good at things.
And especially, like, she calls them out because she'll be like, blah, 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 blah. Jeanette, don't do this. It's like, how did you know Jeanette was going to start crying in that moment?
What if she decided not to turn up?
Yeah. What if she was the one that was late?
Yeah. Also, there were many people at this will reading that got nothing.
I noted that down too. I was like, all right. Why were you here? Is it more like a gloating thing?
Yeah, I know. And so what I loved is that they really tried to old up Aunt Dee. But she was still relatively young, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It was all fine.
The will reading was really awkward.
Yes.
But, like, I can't remember if it was just after the will reading. Obviously, Dex comes in and she's like, that's Dex? And he's like, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. Why does Maggie have no volume control?
Yeah.
Was the question that she just says things really loudly for no reason.
But I'm pretty sure, like, it must be just after the will ring. I don't know if they had spoken again. I don't think they had.
No.
She called him annoying and abrasive. It's like, girlfriend, you haven't really spoken to him. You cannot make that assumption about someone.
To be fair, he is annoying and abrasive, and the reason why I couldn't keep watching this movie. But she doesn't know that yet.
But also, she was not a vibe
No.
too. They were bad. They had no chemistry.
There was no chemistry. Obviously, immediately Dex thinks he deserves it all. So he offers to buy her out.
I mean, fair. He's known Aunt Dee for 2 years.
And she hasn't been around.
Yeah, and she was raised by this woman, like, actually in his blood relative. Yeah. Why should she have it?
Oh, why should she have it? But he has been running the store in the 6 months that Aunt Dee
that's how it functioned,
yeah. Yeah. But my next question then in my notes is, why is Dex a dick? He just the whole time is so rude.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
I know that she is actively trying throughout it to like make conversations, to say, let's sit down and talk about the business. Like, this is what partners. I do. Like, I make things better. I expand things. That's my job. That's why she left this to me.
Yeah.
But at every single turn he shuts her down, and I just got bored of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. There was just something really like, and like towards the end, I was like, it's such a shame because he's actually really good looking. I thought he was cute, but
Yeah.
it also was hard for me to see him as a good looking man because his personality in this movie was just ugh.
Yeah. It's, again, one of those relationships that we watch in a Hallmark movie where, like, please don't get together. It'd just be better for everyone if you just didn't get together.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so they try and make things work. That's cute. So my next thing was, and this is kind of like the magic of the movie, and going
And we
to
know that AL loves magic.
we
in
love
movie.
magic, but also going to what you were saying earlier, how Aunt Dee kind of orchestrates this relationship that ends up happening. They both get a set of letters.
Yes, to read every day of the festival.
So it's like, I wrote it like it's Christmas calendar style, where you have to open one. You know, you can't open two in one day, one a day, and it's got like a little
letter in it.
Yeah.
And their letters are quite similar, so I think she just tried to like really get them together.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know.
But why was she setting them up? Like no, they've never met. She never, got to witness them being like, ooh, that maybe they're vibing a bit. They could work. Maybe after I die, this will happen.
She was just like, I like her and I like him.
They should be together. But I'm just so confused. Like, so I don't know what she died of, but she had a lot of time to like really plan this stuff out.
Yeah. The video recording, the letters. She boxed everything up according to the person that needed to have them. So like, Maggie's sister brought out like 3 boxes, all with "for Maggie" on them.
So this was not a sudden death, obviously.
I wouldn't assume so.
So then why didn't Maggie go back?
Because she's a butt-face.
She's a butt-face. She's a city. He calls her a city girl or something like that. She's a city gal. She's too busy. She's too busy thriving and expanding businesses.
You either have a career or you have a nice balanced life. That's it. They're the only
Don't you dare have both.
Don't you dare have both. So yes, Maggie wants to try to expand. She loves Aunt Dee's candy. She thinks it's the best thing ever. Let's do this. Whereas Dex is like, you know what? I'm just going to take some time off. We're in the middle of a work day and I'm going to peace out. Brussels sprout. See you later. And he just walks off. Yeah. And she's like, does he usually do that? And his friend that works with him, Zach, was like, no, he never takes time off. And I'm like, he takes time off now?
He's taking time off right now. Right now? So he clearly is taking time off. Oh, sorry, I don't know. I don't know if we're at this point yet, but I'm just reading my note. Yeah. I laughed. It must have been after this happened, because when I saw him open the drawer to reveal a book labeled business plan. Oh my God. No, because doesn't the co-worker say, oh, you should go, oh no, the dad say like, go work on your plan. Yeah. And then he literally opens a drawer with a book named business plan.
It's amazing. The dad was also a good part of this. He seemed very level-headed.
Yeah, he was actually nice. I forgot what he looked like. Yeah. Because Maggie started talking to him as if she knew him. Yeah. Like, how's the farm going? It's like, you haven't met this person
Why don't you be like,
before.
Hello, I'm Maggie. Yeah. Nice to meet you.
So I was also really confused whether they did know each other or not. They clearly didn't.
I don't know.
But yeah, the dad was nice.
The dad was nice. It was good. They have a revelation that the maple syrup should be used in the candies.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But it turns out that Aunt Dee wanted that this whole time.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe she was just getting them together so that she could triumph overall and be like, I have this ultimate empire of maple syrup and candy.
Or maybe she was a witch.
Maybe. It's the only explanation.
It's the only explanation.
Zach says to Maggie, he didn't tell you about Heather, which is the ex-girlfriend.
Oh, his ex-girlfriend.
And I was literally like, why would he have told Maggie about Heather? He hates Maggie. He hates the girlfriend. They only met 24 hours ago. Yeah. Are you supposed to, like, meet someone and then just be like, and this is my whole life story?
And also, like, her thing with, what's his name?
Jonathan.
No, Dex. Sorry, I forgot his name. He's just, is that he was always a closed book.
Yes.
Oh, that was the other dictionary definition. Dex's friend said, "Oh, you're a closed book," and Dex
like,
goes, "What does that mean?" Mate.
And they used closed book a lot. Like that you're a closed book probably is said 6, 7, 8 times.
It's the same level as Christopher.
Christopher. He's a closed book.
Oh no, what? Oh no, what?
They both get a letter from Aunt Dee. I think this was day 2 or 3.
Right.
About finding inspiration. So they go to a place.
Is this where they go fishing?
No, they go to the Inspiration Cafe.
I did not notice that. That's so shit.
They go fishing after that.
And
I just,
Inspiration Cafe.
The letter was something like, go out and explore and find your inspiration. And they both just immediately went to the Inspiration Cafe. I think at that point I was like, am I being punked? Where's Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah.
It's like, surely, this movie could not have been written in 2020.
Yeah.
Like,
This was like some intro to film. Maybe
AI wrote it.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
If that, because that seems like the level of AI.
Yeah.
It's not that advanced. And not very good character development. And just, yeah. And like, oh my God, what if it is? Because literally giving dictionary definitions. Yeah, that's written by AI.
Yeah. What is it?
Chat GPT.
GPT may have written this script, guys.
Yeah.
But yes, then they go fishing and then suddenly they're best friends.
Yeah, something changes when they fish. And it's maybe because he becomes less of a closed book. But like not enough.
It was the Inspiration Cafe.
It was the Inspiration Cafe. He opened his book and things just were a bit more easy breezy after that.
Yeah. And then they kiss.
Do they kiss there?
They kiss in that? No, they don't
They
kiss
kiss
fishing.
later. They kiss when
later.
they're making
s'mores,
or
yeah.
doing something.
I wrote twice. This is the second time. Dex, what makes you think you deserve the candy store more than her own family? And Maggie's really trying, and she never gives up. But that's like a thing of like Maggie never gives up. That's part of her personality.
Yes,
people say that out loud. Maggie never gets. What are you giving up for? You never give up.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
And I'm like, she's allowed to probably realize that the butthead that she's trying to do business with isn't going to yes and literally anything she says. So why should she keep going?
Yeah, but she does.
She does.
And when back to the fishing, so this is before they kiss, the fishing, she's like, I want to know you more. And I thought she was going to be like, where did you find out actually something interesting about him. But she asks him, what does Aunt Dee mean to you? I was like, that would be like the last question I'd ask. But maybe that makes sense because Aunt Dee clearly
the fact that she
loved
split his
him.
business. And then we get a mid-movie kiss, which I know that I was kind of not entirely concentrated up until this point, but when they did, I was like, no.
I wrote they had no chemistry. I was shocked because I was like, you've done nothing to show that you could potentially have feelings for each other, and if you have, it's been very subtle and in the last second. This is not okay.
And then she goes to talk about it the next day and they don't talk about it, and then they go to talk about it the next day and they don't talk about it, and it just got like weird. Everything got weird after that. Yeah. And that is that is where this next note comes in, where I was just like blanked because I was like, what the heck happened? And now I remember is that he was just like, oh, Jonathan's here, oh, we kissed, okay, things are really complicated, so I'm just gonna catch her.
He's very emotional and irrational, and his reactions are just like, no, I'm gonna leave, I'm tapping out, I'm doing this. He becomes
a closed book again.
He becomes a closed book because this is the conflict part that Jonathan rocks up. She kind of stops pushing him about expanding the business. They're just
hanging out.
They're hanging out. Jonathan comes and basically pitches this massive expansion, and
Yes.
he's like, "But Maggie, it was your idea," and she's like, "Yeah,
It was, but for
3
a different
days ago.
client.
yeah."
Not for this.
Yeah, but also she, was vibing the expansion 3 days ago, but I don't know.
And so was he, Dex, in a way, because she was like, look at all the sales that we've made on maple syrup so far, and it's only been like 24 hours.
Yeah, because that was his side hustle. He sold maple syrup
syrup.
bottles, and then she set it up on their amazing website, classic Hallmark website, and it was doing well. And he was like, "Oh wow, people are actually buying it."
Yeah.
And so he was, kind of leaning into it, and then he was so shocked that there was a proposal about the business expanding, even though that's literally what she
they've
does.
been talking about.
What she's been talking about, what she said she does for a living. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like this should have been a shock.
No.
But there was no conflict in that Dex was jealous of Jonathan, because you wouldn't know that they were ex-boyfriend and girlfriend, and you wouldn't know that Dex and Maggie were together either.
Nobody. But he was just like, okay, see ya.
Yeah,
I'm done now.
yeah.
And then I
Tuned
zoned out.
Yeah, me too.
Completely.
I wrote ending dragged on.
Yeah.
So I don't know, something happened. They went on a bike. I think there was a festival. The festival happened.
Yeah.
There was some kind of deal. I can't remember who was it for the maple syrup. I don't know.
Couldn't tell you. I literally couldn't tell you. Like, I went to go back to watch it again because I felt bad that I hadn't concentrated enough to be able to talk about it on the episode. And then couldn't bring myself to do it.
So something at the beginning of the movie is that Aunt Dee has a special music box.
Yes.
And we'll open it and it's this
that's right.
lame quote. And then he ends up with the key. Dex ends up with the key.
Mm-hmm. She ends up with the music box.
But they don't know.
No.
And then at the end, she's like, "You've got the key." But he loses the key.
Yes.
But I can't remember.
There's a key. Okay, so each of them have the letter that brings them to the realization. I remember now. Yeah. Brings them to the realization that one has the thing to the other.
Yeah.
But he pulls the key out of his pocket, no key. And so he goes, oh, there's a picture of the quote in the music box hanging up in Aunt Dee's office in the candy store, which nobody has gone into in the last 6 months. Like, literally not stepped foot in it, which is interesting because the business is obviously still running. And I would assume that all the business books are in there.
Yeah, like that's where the bills go and letters and all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
So then they walk up to them, they open the door together to reveal Aunt Dee's office.
Yeah.
And they walk up to the painting, and just hanging on the frame is a key to the music box.
Stop. I really did not pay attention.
Then they open the music box, and Aunt Dee wraps all of her candies in gold foil that has a quote on the inside.
She is quote obsessed. She's a live, laugh, loving her way through life.
She is inspirational, not just in her cooking, but in her words. And they open up this wrapper that's inside the music box, and it's to the two of them. And then they live happily ever after.
Yeah. And again, something happens. They run the business. Oh, she moves back to the small town.
Goes to Vermont.
She moves back. She leaves Minnesota, the big city life. And then something else happens.
We're doing really well. Thank you for coming on this journey with us.
They go e-com.
Yes.
And Zach, is it? Mm-hmm, who's the friend who works in the candy store, who's an amazing web developer.
That's what he wants to be.
That's what he wants to be. He's studying for it. Yeah. He runs the e-com part. Mm-hmm. And then maybe they sell maple syrup somewhere overseas.
And they put maple syrup in the candy.
And they put maple syrup in the candy because that's what Aunt Dee wanted all this time.
All this time because they found her recipe book in the office.
Jonathan was okay with all of this.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he was like, "I'm so happy for my ex that she's found someone new, and I'm happy that she chose not to expand her business."
Yeah. And everyone lives happily ever after. My last note of the film was Aunt Dee, who says you're the love expert.
Who does he say that to? Who does she say that to?
She doesn't say she's a love expert, but the fact that there was this note in the music box where she's like, "And I have succeeded. I know I've succeeded." And I'm like, ugh, yeah, but you only succeeded because there was literally nobody else.
Yeah, like this actually had to happen.
Yeah.
For them to,
because apparently that you can't just be business partners. You have to
be romantic.
Even though Aunt Dee didn't have a partner.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Very confused. I like the whole movie was confusing.
It was
Again, it's
boring.
not the worst thing we've ever seen. That still goes to Love Strikes Twice.
Yeah,
but I was bored.
bored, like no chemistry,
There was no real stakes.
no real stakes, and just character development was confusing.
Yeah.
I found Maggie really like fake and very like
Yeah.
presenter-y and just not very genuine. And he was stubborn and just so unlikable, yet had a really good face. It's just...
He does have a good face. Like, she's not lying.
But it's hard to like a face
Yeah.
when they're that annoying, you know?
Yeah.
Personality
fair.
really does matter.
Personality truly matters.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be a butt face, I don't want to watch your movie.
Your word of the
It's my
episode,
word.
butt face.
He's a butt face. Like,
is.
and you will not truly understand until you watch
You
it.
have to watch it. If you've got Prime, and you feel like wasting an hour and 30 minutes.
Or even just watch the first 30 minutes. You'll get the gist.
Just make sure you're doing something constructive while you watch it. Otherwise, you will feel like you wasted precious time in your life.
It's true. But I even saying that, I did find 3 things that I liked.
I struggled. You go.
I really liked the interior of the house because it's Vermont. It's like it's a snowy town. It's all like log cabin-esque houses. The interior of all the houses were so nice.
Yeah, very cozy.
Yeah, like it just felt like a ski resort, but people live there.
Sorry, looking at your list, they're like the most surface level.
I know, everything's
mine
surface
aren't
level.
any better.
It's all, you have to know this, that it's all surface level. I love autumn leaves. I love autumn. And so there were these massive sweeping shots of the maple leaves that were just so nice.
Yeah.
And just all the colours. That was so nice.
I agree.
And I love the candy store. I love a candy store, but this one particularly, again, it felt kind of like you were on holiday.
Yeah.
In this little
Like
town.
if you would, it's a destination, this candy shop. You 100% go to this candy store.
Yeah. What were your 3?
I also loved autumnal vibes.
Amazing.
Anyone who knows me knows I say autumnal vibes every time there are autumnal vibes.
Yeah. And even sometimes when you just want autumnal vibes.
Yeah. If I am craving autumnal vibes, and I wrote my favorite scenery so far. More so than like Christmas, like Maine. Blech.
Yeah.
Like
I think so too.
just there's something so nice about just the autumn leaves and there were like pumpkins everywhere and pumpkin spice. I'm not like a big pumpkin spice. I sound like a TikTok girl being like pumpkin spice. But it's not. It's because we don't get it here.
Yes.
So you just go, oh, how nice. I know we don't get snow, but there's something more special.
We do sometimes in Queensland.
That's true.
But not,
We don't really get autumnal vibes.
No.
Main guy was cute. I wrote that, but I also wrote the acting was questionable. But I've already said that he was cute, so that's nice. I also said that about last. No, I didn't say about last time because what did we watch last time? Oh no, I said it about Let It Snow. That was one of
Mike Ruggles. You've said it probably every single episode. So
yeah, I mean, I haven't actually said that Luke McFarlane is cute. I think he's cute, but like
he's just our fave.
He's just a fave. Yeah. He feels like a bro to me.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Luke.
I don't think he would care, to be
I
honest.
don't think he would either.
And then I liked that her trope wasn't, now I regret writing this because he did call her a big city gal. Even though he calls her a city gal, she didn't really act like a city gal. Like, she was very comfortable in the small town life. Not like when Let It Snow, bloody Candace Cameron Bure was like, snow. I don't have anything warm enough. I'm not going to wear stockings out in minus 30-degree weather. She was very, this is her home. She knew she knew what was going on. She knew how to ride a motorbike.
She knew how to ride a motorbike.
She was chill. Like, she was chilled.
Yeah.
She wasn't uptight like what they usually do.
Yeah.
So that's good.
That's fair.
That's 3.
You did do 3. Well done.
But those 3 likes do not outweigh all the crap that was in this movie.
No, it did. It couldn't keep it couldn't keep me interested. But again, like I can't rate it a 2 like I did with Love Strikes Twice because that was shocking.
Yeah.
But I don't want to watch it again.
No,
anytime soon.
I think I was being generous with mine.
Yeah, I think you were too.
And I think mainly because of the whole Love Strikes Twice. I was like, okay, so Love Strikes Twice was a 2 out of 10 overall, wasn't it? What have you rated?
I'm going to rate this a 3.
I was going to do a 3, but I felt like it was too close.
That's fair too. Okay, that's fair too.
No, yeah, but like keep your 3. Don't change your mind. Your gut instinct is 3.
My gut instinct is a 3. Only because not that Love Strikes Twice was bad for all of the red flags that were in that movie, but this particular one I couldn't tell someone to watch it out of good conscience. I know we've told all of you to watch it, watch along with us, but
But I also think we were too generous with Love Strikes Twice. Like,
that's true. It was
a 2 out of 10. No, like that was
0.
I gave this one a 4, which is very generous. But I think just the amount of autumnal vibes really pushed it.
Yeah. 4 maple leaves out of 10.
4 maple leaves.
So 3.5.
Stunning.
I'm going to add that to the spreadsheet.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst we've ever seen, but it's not the best.
It's definitely not the best. I think there were a lot of tropes in this one though.
There were so many tropes. Let's have a look at the list. She leaves a big city job.
Yep.
She inherits a business. Yep. She doesn't save a home.
No.
They don't own a bakery. She falls for the small town single man.
Yep.
She doesn't have a terrible OG boyfriend.
But there's still
one there. There's no sassy sidekick.
No.
There was no fall.
No.
There was a kiss at the end. There wasn't a mid-movie almost kiss. There was a full-on kiss in the middle. Parental advice came from Dad.
Yep.
And she made the choice of big city or country life. It has most of the tropes in this movie, guys.
Yep.
So many.
Okay, so now I'm confused.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like we need to wrap this up, but one last thing I will say.
Yes.
We've seen a couple of Hallmark brand movies with mid-movie kisses.
Yes.
I thought they didn't do that.
Maybe it's just because it's the last 2 we've watched have been 2020.
So it's more like progressive. So back in the day. But wait, what was the Candace Cameron? That was 2013. Did they? Yes. They kissed in that one though.
That's true. Did they?
Yeah. Remember out the front of the door, and then they had the montage after.
I thought they had an interrupted kiss at the door.
Oh, I can't remember now. I can't remember. Yeah. I'll have to go back to my notes. But one final thing, I just want frigid Hallmark back because...
Yeah, it does feel a little weird.
Oh, okay, I didn't write it in here. I've written it in a notebook, which I can't find, so that's fine.
It's fine.
I don't really want to talk about this movie anymore.
Okay.
I mean, according to the recording...
We've talked about it long enough.
Yeah.
Way long enough. And if you would like to continue talking to us about it, you can do so via Instagram and at hallmarkedpod or via email at hallmarkedpod@gmail.com, or you can watch us on YouTube at hallmarkedpod.
You can.
And you can find us on TikTok
and
at hallmarkedpod.
Should tell your friends.
You should tell your friends. Maybe don't recommend this episode as their first listen.
Do you know what's popping off? I should not have said that if I couldn't confidently answer that question, because I can't remember the episodes we've done. Return to Christmas Creek.
Start with Christmas Creek or the Mistletoe Promise.
Or Mistletoe Promise are good starters.
Yeah, if you're going to recommend this to your friends, episode 1 or 3.
Yeah.
Start there.
Yeah. Definitely not episode 4.
Love Strikes Twice again.
Yep.
Now, if you do love this podcast, that would be great if you could rate and review us on the platform that you're listening on. But other than that,
yeah, sweet.
Do you want to end it? Do you have anything else?
No, I don't have a usual rant. I don't have a sponsorship shout out that I want,
But we might go on a trip to Vermont.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah.
Vermont, if you could sponsor us. I don't know if cities, the council, do they have councils in America? I don't know. The Council of Vermont. We would like to come and explore the
Amazing.
autumnal vibes. Thank you.
It didn't feel right to end without some kind of question to ask.
Yeah.
But we will let you know what we're watching next via the socials, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And we'll see you in a fortnight.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye.